I want to give a shout out to my friend Gav. Gav has a YouTube channel, it's called Jimmy DeVille's Garage, and they do more car and truck related stuff. At the minute they're doing a tractor, renovating a really old tractor they found in a barn. Gav's also got a plasma cutter and he's going to be cutting out body panels. Anyway, have a quick look on his YouTube channel. He's got the same sort of mentality as me, the same sort of humour. I'm sure you'll find it interesting. This is the tool post bolt I made last week to take the Banggood tool holder. What the lad also wants is to make a handle the same as mine, like a lock nut. Instead of using a spanner, you leave that on all the time. I've had this on this lathe for quite a while, and I had a similar thing on my box pad. Quite simple job to make. The thing is, this thread on here, when I first saw it and measured it, it's roughly 14 mil. I thought it was 14 by 1 or 14 by 125, but it's not. It's actually 9/16 by 18 TPI, which is 9/16 UNF. Now I do have a brand new 9/16 UNF top, which goes in there absolutely perfect, so I'll be able to make them a nut, no problem at all. I'm quite surprised that isn't metric, but the proof's in the pudding there. There's definitely that thread. That's a good fit in there. I've got a piece of 40mm bar here. I've got no idea what it is, but it's probably just mild steel. I'm sure I'll be able to get one out of that. Whatever it is, it machines quite nicely. Just going to measure mine and see what size mine is. .38mm. Just take a 1mm cut off there just to clean it up. Right, so we need this drilling and tapping, 9/16 UNF. So I'll drill in first. Take the chuck John, it always works better. I've got 25mm depth of thread in mine, so I'll do the same on this. Look at the chart and see what the UNF I rate 14.5 is the tap and drill. Down a little bit. It's only 14.5mm drill, which is pretty near the 9/16 actually. I've managed to find the 14.5mm drill. It may need sharpening, I'm not sure, it doesn't look very promising. Terrible. As you can see, it's not very pleasant. I'm going to try to put a better edge on that. Right, I've had a sharpened it. I need to do a video on sharpening drills, at least on the way I sharpen them. Hopefully this will work. A little bit better. Something more or less the same on both fruits as well, so must be somewhere near. Right, that's the John, man, you bellend. It's not 5/8 UNF, it's 9/16 UNF. With a top and drill of 12.9, you friggin' clown. Anyway, at least I managed to sharpen that 14.5mm drill. We'll start again. There'll still be enough material on there. Yeah, there is. Right. I'll stop the camera and start it again when we get to put the threads in here. I use an AR32 collared chuck when I'm putting threads in, just to get a much better hole than an ordinary chuck. No shortage of AR32 spanners now. Right, we know we've got to stop at 25mm. I'll just use the graduations on the tailstock to achieve that. It's 10, 15, 20, started at 2, 25. You heard it just bite there, just as it bottomed out. Reverse it back out. Right, nice tight thread, no plus wobbly slack, just what we need. like me to part this off to length now. I'll make it the same length as the one on mine. Mine's 40 mils, so we'll make this one the same. Right, that's running at 130 RPM. What sort of result we get at that? Doesn't like it. Slow it down a little bit. That's 100. That's better. Once I want in between really a little bit faster than that. It might take to 130 now, it's down on diameter a little bit. I think that's the speed I would normally part this off at. Just on the point of charting, you keep the feed on it. Doing alright. Quite a strange thing to do, but sometimes once you start to chatter, if you turn the handle in harder, feeding faster, that's not doing bad for a cheap and cherry parting tool. Right. I know we need to machine an angle on here, across that way. I'll measure the angle on mine, I'll copy that, but it does work on mine. When I said I'll measure the angle, that's all I'm going to do. And that's the same angle as that one. Here makes no difference. Travel a little bit. Change the angle of attack on that tool and so puts a much better finish on. Right. Right, I've screwed it tightly onto its tool post bolt, and I've set that up in an ER32 coloured block. I'm just going to find the centre, then I'll set the angle to get that straight. Probably put a jack under there, and we'll put some threads into that. But first thing's to find the centre of it. Right, this is the magic of the day. I wrote to find the centre of that. Put a straight edge onto there. Like that. And I can eyeball that to within. The Fanny's hair had been straight, which that is pretty good at that. Right, I'll lock it up and I'll put a clock on and see how good my eyeballs actually are, because somebody's bound to complain. Right. Moment of truth. Probably 4 thou. Like I say, the Fanny's hair. What you're saying, you could have set it up without the camera running, but would I do something like that? Anyway. Right, we need to find the centre of that taper, which is there. At least it's near enough there for what we're doing. Right. Right, I broke through, which is exactly what I expected to happen. What I should have done is put a spacer in here to bring this further out from the end of that stud, because I don't really want to drill into the stud. Got a 10.2mm drill in here, which is the tapping drill for 12 by 175. Right, so that's actually hitting the end of the stud there. I need to go deeper really, and we need more threads in that in. Now here's plenty of length on the stud, I could drill through it and cut the end of the stud off. Just having a little bit wobble there. I'm not very happy with that. Right, so we can get a tap wound in there. Basically, as long as it's started straight, that'll do for me, but it's going through there quite merrily. Right, we'll leave it at that and finish it off by hand. Right, so again we've got the Daleks head. It's in a 12mm stainless round bar here. I'll use for the handle, because that's what I've used on mine. Need some threads putting on here. We'll just use the same thread, 12 by 175. Nice lead for the guy to start on. That's a decent thread. It's not full depth, but it doesn't need to be. Not a spoiler there, quite merrily. A little bit of Loctite and that'll be in there forever. Right, the last bit is a brass handle, same as mine. Drill it on top of 12mm, turn a nice taper on there. Thought that would happen, it's trying to drag the drill in. The drill could be sharpened a different way so it would cut brass without doing that. But it's the only drill I've got, a 10.2, it's a tapping drill on a 12. Should be able to get a good enough grip on the ordinary chuck to put some threads in there. It's quite soft material. A little bit more, I think. Screw the handle on. Raining brass in here at the minute. I'm going to polish it with a little bit of emery tape You can use a long bit and hold it well away from the job. I use a little bit and there's no chance of that going to get wrapped around there. Sleeves are rolled up, but you've got to be careful, aware of what you're doing. Squirt a brake cleaner on there, let it evaporate. A little bit of Loctite on there, screw it together, and that's going to be the job done. Right, I like it. Right, so it's similar to me but not the same, but it'll certainly do the job. That's been great, it's been no problem at all. That's a little bit of damage down the end of that stud. Not affected in any way. People that are doing damaged things don't do much. Right, that's a finished article. It's probably too big a tool post he's put on the particular lathe, but it'll do the job. Means you can put a big tool in as long as you can get it down at the centre height. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please click the button, it does make a big difference. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.